Hey there, welcome to Ancient Explore. All right, picture this. You're stuck in traffic on I-95, late for work, sipping a lukewarm Starbucks latte that's more ice than coffee, scrolling X to kill time. Cars are honking, your boss is probably texting you about that report you forgot, and you're half dreaming about that greasy burger you crushed last night at Five Guys. Then, bam, someone lays on their horn, you jump, and for a split second, you're totally awake. No stress, no daydreams, just you, the car, and the moment. Now hold that feeling tight, because that's the vibe of Buddha. It's not just some old monk chilling under a tree thousands of years ago. It's an ancient word, fat, that means to wake up. Think of it like the original Red Bull for your soul. Gives you wings, no caffeine crash later. Today I'm going to walk you through the 5 ultimate meanings of Buddha. And trust me, this isn't some dusty history lesson or your hippie aunt's yoga retreat spiel. It's ancient wisdom with an American twist. Perfect for us folks juggling jobs, kids, and a Netflix queue longer than a CVS receipt on Black Friday. So grab your headphones, kick back, and let's dive into this wild ride together. First up, Buddha means waking up, like really waking up. Not just dragging yourself out of bed after smashing the snooze button 5 times because you stayed up binging Stranger Things till 2 a.m. No, this is about shaking off the mental fog we all lug around like an overstuffed backpack. Imagine you're at home, feet up on the couch, scrolling TikTok, laughing at some dumb cat video where the little guy falls off a counter. Classic, right? Suddenly, your smoke detector screeches. Your kitchen's on fire. In that instant, you're not stressing about tomorrow's Zoom call with that client who never mutes their mic, or that text you forgot to send your buddy about fantasy football picks. You're not replaying that awkward moment at the bar last weekend when you spilled beer all over your new sneakers. You're right here, right now, heart pounding, fully locked in, like the world's hit pause and it's just you and those flames licking the ceiling. Now let's be real. Most of us, we're sleepwalking through life, even when we think we're wide awake. You're at the grocery store standing in line at Walmart, staring at a box of Cocoa Puffs, debating if you're too old for the marshmallow kind, but your brain's a million miles away, stuck on that fight you had with your roommate over who forgot to take out the trash, or wondering if you locked the car in the parking lot. Buddha's like, hey buddy, you're napping with your eyes wide open. He'd say we're all caught in this dream state. Thoughts buzzing around like mosquitoes at a 4th of July picnic down by the lake, clouding up our heads so we can't see straight. You ever notice how your mind just won't shut up? You're walking the dog around the block. The sun's setting, the breeze feels nice, but instead of soaking it in, you're replaying that cringe email you sent your boss with a typo in the subject line, or plotting how to dodge your cousin's wedding next month because the open bar's not worth the small talk. That's the sleep Buddha's trying to wake us from. The trick? Clear out the mental junk. Toss those thoughts out like last week's leftovers that are starting to smell funky in the fridge. When you do, it's like the clouds part over a foggy morning in Seattle. The sun blasts through and everything's sharp, bright, alive. For us Americans hooked on hustle, rushing from work to soccer practice to scrolling X while the TV blares in the background. This is the ultimate life hack. Ditch the what-ifs and lock into the now. Imagine pulling that off at your next tailgate. Fully present, burger sizzling on the grill, cold beer in hand, no phone, just you, your buddies, and the smell of charcoal in the air. That's Buddha-level living, my friends. And it's not as hard as it sounds. It's like hitting reset on your brain. No apps, no gimmicks, just you deciding to snap out of it. Ever tried just sitting on your porch for 5 minutes, no distractions, watching the world go by? That's where it starts. Small steps, big wake-up. Next way, Buddha is all about awareness, seeing what's real and what's just noise in your head. It's like being your own personal lie detector, sniffing out the fakes like a pro at a used car lot. Ever get sucked into a reality show, say Real Housewives, totally buying the drama, the tears, the thrown wine glasses, only to find out later it's all scripted by some producer in LA? Buddha's the guy who'd call it out mid-episode, remote in hand going, come on, this is total BS. Nobody fights over a purse that ugly. He's not here for the delusions, whether it's fake news popping up on your X feed about aliens landing in Florida, or that little voice whispering you're not good enough because you didn't hit the gym this week and your jeans feel a little tight. Awareness is step one, spotting the fakes before they mess with your head and send you down a rabbit hole. Take all those big beliefs out there. Some folks grow up swearing by Jesus, others by Allah, some even by Buddha himself, like, this is it, the one truth, no questions asked. You've got your uncle at Thanksgiving, red-faced over the turkey, swearing his politics are gospel and the other side's ruining the country, or your coworker who's all in on some conspiracy about lizard people running the White House. Yeah, Dave, we've heard it 10 times. Buddha's not buying any of it. He'd lean back, sip his coffee, probably black, no fuss, and say, hold up, your belief's just a filter. Take it off and see what's really there. It's like wiping the smudges off your sunglasses after years of grime. Suddenly, the world's crystal clear, no haze, no spin, just the raw deal. For us Americans, drowning in opinions, cable news yelling at us 24/7, X threads going off the rails with hot takes, this is pure gold. Drop the baggage, see straight, and chill out. Think about it. You're at a bar, some guy's rambling about Bigfoot running a secret lumber empire in Oregon, and instead of arguing or nodding along, you just smile. Why? Because you see it's nonsense. No proof, no point. That's awareness kicking in. It's not about being smug, it's about cutting through the clutter. Ever had that moment at a family reunion when your aunt starts in on her MLM pitch? Essential oils will cure everything from colds to a broken heart. And you just nod politely but know it's a load of hype? That's the vibe. Seeing what's fake lets you focus on what's real. And trust me, in a world where every ad's trying to sell you something, new phone, new diet, new life, this is freedom. You don't need to buy the hype. You just see it for what it is and move on. Third on the list, Buddha means understanding. Not the kind you cram for a test or flex on Jeopardy to impress your trivia crew, but the kind that hits you like a light bulb over your head in the middle of the night when you're staring at the ceiling. Ever know someone who's read every self-help book at Barnes & Noble, stacked up on how to win friends and think like a billionaire, but still loses it over a flat tire on the way to Target? That's just info, not understanding. Buddha's not about piling up facts like a nerd prepping for a pop quiz. He's about getting life, deep down, in a way that sticks with you. Picture this. You're at a family cookout, the grill's going, kids are running around with water guns, and your uncle's ranting about politics. Same old song and dance, taxes this, government that. You could argue back, pull out your phone, flex your Google skills with some killer stats. But instead, you just listen. You catch it. He's not really mad about the news. He's scared about his bills piling up, about the world changing too fast. That's Buddha smarts, seeing the why behind the what, not just the surface noise. It's not about degrees or TikTok life hacks you scroll past at 1 a.m. It's real, raw insight that cuts through the chatter. In our world of know-it-alls, everyone's got an opinion, from your barber to your Uber driver. This is the quiet superpower we could all use. Less shouting matches, more getting it. Let's take it further. Say you're stuck in line at the DMV. The lady in front of you is chewing out the clerk because her license renewal's taking too long. Everyone's rolling their eyes, but you watch her. Her hands are shaking. She's late for something, maybe a job interview. You don't jump in or judge. You see it. That's understanding, not from books, but from living, watching, feeling it out. Buddha's big on this. He'd say, don't just dodge the messy stuff like fear or anger. Face it head on. Ever had a moment where you're scared, like really scared, maybe about a doctor's call or a big bill you can't pay? Most of us shove it down, scroll X to forget, or blast music to drown it out. Buddha's like, nah, sit with it, figure it out. Why? Because understanding it sets you free. You don't run, you dig in, and suddenly that fear's not a monster. It's just a shadow you can handle. Number 4, Buddha is light, not some fancy LED setup for your gaming rig or a ring light for your next Zoom happy hour, but the glow you get when you chase out the dark stuff inside. We've all got those shadowy corners, fears, regrets, that time you ghosted your high school buddy and still feel lousy about it 3 years later. Buddha's like, let's light it up. Forget climbing Mount Everest or deep sea diving in the Pacific. It's about exploring you, the wildest frontier of all. Ever sit quiet for a minute? No phone, no TV, no noise, just you and your thoughts? Most of us bolt from that like it's a haunted house. Too spooky, too real. Buddha's the guy grabbing a flashlight, kicking the door open and saying, come on, let's check it out. What's in there? Dig through the fear and you'll hit love, honest. Ever notice how when you're terrified, like when your dog ran off last summer and you couldn't find him for an hour, you feel this rush of love when he finally trots back, tail wagging? That's the flip side. Peek past the anger. Like that time you snapped at your roommate over dishes, and there's calm waiting if you let it settle. It's a full-on glow-up American style. Less drama, more peace, like a lazy Sunday morning with pancakes, syrup dripping, and zero plans till Monday. You don't need a guru or a retreat in the woods, just a willingness to look inside. Think about it. You've binged every season of The Mandalorian, scrolled every meme on X, maybe even hiked a trail or two, but have you ever taken a real hike through your own head? That's where the light lives, and Buddha's handing you the map. Finally, Buddha is depth, not shallow scrolling through Instagram or chasing likes on your latest selfie, but diving into the deep end of yourself. Ever feel like you're running after stuff? Cash for that new iPhone, a slick car, the perfect pick at that rooftop bar. But even when you get it, you're still empty. Buddha's like, bro, you're skimming the surface. Go deeper. It's about plunging into your core, like standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon, staring into that massive drop, wind whipping around you. Most of us? We're too busy snapping pics for the gram to jump in, post it, tag it, move on. Buddha says, dive, find the real you. Stop chasing shadows. When you do, all that chasing stops. Bam, you're free. Call it nirvana, call it whatever. It's the ultimate chill pill. No prescription needed. Imagine you're at the lake with your buddies, fishing pole in hand, sun dipping low, and for once, you're not checking your phone every 5 seconds or stressing about Monday's inbox. That's depth, being so in tune with yourself that the noise fades out. For us Americans always on the grind, hustling from paycheck to paycheck, racing to the next big thing. This is the reset we didn't know we needed. It's not about quitting life or moving to a cabin. It's about finding that quiet spot inside, even when you're stuck in line at Chipotle or rushing to catch the game. So there you go. Buddha isn't just some old name carved in history books. It's waking up, like snapping out of a daydream in traffic. Awareness, spotting the fakes like a pro, understanding, getting life's messy bits, light glowing up from the inside, and depth diving into your soul. Siddhartha Gautama? He was just one dude who cracked the code. Buddha is the vibe you can catch. No temples, no chanting, no weird robes required. Just a straight-up guide to living better. Right here, right now, in the middle of our crazy American lives. What's your wake-up call? Maybe it's ditching the phone for 5 minutes, sitting on your porch with a coffee, or facing that thing you've been dodging. Like calling your mom back after 3 missed calls. Tell me about it in the comments, give this a like if it clicked, and stick around. Hit subscribe for more ancient wisdom with an American spin. Let's keep waking up together, one story at a time.